Now let's understand what are the four categories in a market. Innovators, early adopters, mature, laggards. If you look at this graph which I've mentioned, on the y-axis it is revenue, on the x-axis it is time. Typically you will notice that your innovators are in the beginning and it is the smallest area under the curve. The profit pools are the least, it takes a lot of time, and it's a tough market. Early adopters are people who look at innovators and then take the product. Then is mature, and then is laggards, who are the last. The biggest markets typically are in laggard markets because those are big market sizes, it is an established market. But what happens, the challenge which happens in laggard market, there are more competitors. My experience tells me that the challenges if in a laggard market are of size and scale. The challenges in a mature market are also of size and scale. The challenges in an innovator and an early adopter market is you need your initial set of customers identified and mapped out. I would urge you to think about your products, which part of the category your products and your market are they mismatched. If you believe you've got a very innovative product in a market which is mature, there may be a challenge. If you've got a standard product with a lot of improvements in a market which is highly susceptible to absorbing innovative products, you might not be able to compete. So it is important to get this mapping correct. I would urge you to think about 5 or 6 products where they stand. What I will do is I will take some examples of global products and global businesses which worked. Gmail was a Google email product in a market which was a mature or a laggard market because everybody was using emails. So Gmail came with a proposition of unlimited storage, which was an expensive proposition and was able to capture the full market. In a mature and laggard market, one does need deep pockets to move ahead. That is one example from Gmail. Let's look at Samsung. Again, mobile phones is an old market, mature and market, and given they have definitely improved on the product and so on, and they have the deep pockets to pull it forward. So, suppose you're having a product which is innovative. Nobody in the country has, or in your market has ever launched some product like that. Then, your most important thing is you need to find innovative customers who are willing to try out your product. So, while you're developing the product, you need to go ahead and find those people. For example, when say Google was getting launched, it got the eye of a lot of VCs and investors in the valley. Would Google have come out from, I don't know about our country, any other country, but it would have been challenging from our country, because in my country, which is India, very few people will back an idea which is not monetized. In the valley, ideas which are not monetized get backed up. You need to evaluate, are there customers willing to try out your product? And then it can go viral. And you can take it forward if you're in the innovative category. If you're in the mature category, you need to have some source of competitive advantage. I would urge you to go through Google the 5 forces of competitive advantage. I think it was Michael Porter. Just go through that. That written decades ago, but still holds true now. So 2 important concepts which you need to go through is Marketing Management by Philip Kotler and Strategy by Michael Porter. Now, how do you identify? Next comes, okay, you've understood your market. How do you identify your immediate customer? Where do they stand? And this, whether it applies to B2B sales or B2C, whether you're approaching a large market space or whether you're approaching clients who are B2B, it really doesn't matter. Innovators are folks who have done something innovative in their life, whether they have bought a product, whether they adapt to new habits and so on. If you are manufacturing a new kind of garment, you should put up a store in a road which attracts, on a lane which attracts people who wear different kind of garments. And it is important to identify as well as connect with these customers, preferably before you have started the venture. Now we come to early adopters. These will be typically ex-colleagues and friends who will be willing to try out your product or service once you've told them that a couple of innovators have tried your product. Once you get these two, you should have enough cash flows which are fueling your product adoption and growth. Finally, we come to mature and laggards. Mature is primarily driven on mass market and pull advertising, for which you may need bigger levels of funding, and you need to follow the standard marketing principles which are covered in most management courses, or you can pick up any of the management books, marketing books as I mentioned. And laggards is again a global market play, fueled by IPO, fueled by large financial resources, and you need to take it forward from there. So as far as innovators and early adopters are concerned, you need to identify them reasonably before, and you need to have bought in their viewpoint while you're developing the product.